Hold on. Wait. It's 1 a.m. I don't know why that dog is drinking water. Listen, it's 1 a.m. I am very tired. I just wanted to say welcome to Domino. Welcome. Enjoy me answering questions. I was answering questions while I was getting ready today. So it's a get ready with me while I answer questions about 75 hard, doing a recap of my first month of 75 hard. So I put these lashes on. They look okay. They're not exactly perfect, but it's cool. Now I'm gonna put these nails on. There's some, I had these before. I just have, more than 10 coming to set. The first question is about physical progress. What physical changes have you noticed so far? So what physical changes have I noticed in the first month of doing this 75 hard challenge? Progress pictures, I have noticed some changes. Definitely less bloated, even though it's around the same time. I am less bloated. Physical changes, I feel much better. I have more energy, actually. I was so tired and worn out when I first started, but I feel like I've gotten used to the swing of things, so where it doesn't even, I don't even think about it like as being like, oh God, I gotta do all this stuff. Or it doesn't feel like that. Even though working out, yeah, it just doesn't feel as draining as it did because have gotten used to it. As far as weight, I haven't really been able to see much, but I didn't weigh myself when I first started, so I have no idea where I actually started as far as weight. Fortunately and unfortunately, because this is gonna be a longer than 75-day journey for me. It's a lifelong thing I'm gonna be doing. So I have started, keeping track of my weight. So, we'll see what happens from here. What progress I'm able to make in that area. I have, like with my shirts and stuff, I do feel like they fit different. Like they're fitting bigger. Like my t-shirts and things. I'm like, wait a minute. Like this looks really baggy. But, it could be placebo, but I don't know. How has your mindset shifted since day one? Oh God. That's the biggest change that has happened. Totally. Let me take this off because it's going to be making all kind of noise. I feel like my mindset, day one, let's start with the fact that I just started, it was a fluke. Like I was just like, I think I'll do 75 hard, But the trust that I have in myself due to the books that I've been reading and just doing the same thing day after day, just proving to myself that I can do it when I feel motivated and when I don't feel motivated, that the discipline is there. And that's why I'm really not worried about, so there was a thing where I weighed myself and I was like disappointed. I was, but that was more so because it was such a different number from what the one I seen before, which might have been wrong. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm not concerned about whether or not what I'm doing is going to work, because I know that I'm going to be doing it for the long haul. So it's like it has no choice but to work, because I'm just going to keep adjusting. I'm just going to keep moving forward every day, not 75 days, every day. I understand that. I think this is also showing me how fleeting emotions are. Like I can feel like I don't want to do something, then I do it and it's done, and it's not that big of a deal as I'm like, oh, I just couldn't possibly. Like, oh, one day I was so stressed out, like I can't drink any more water. Oh, my stomach is hurting. I think I might be drowning myself drinking too much water. I was looking up signs of, internal drowning and all of this. Girl, please. It was nothing was going on, and that just happened one day, and it was literally something else, obviously, because it was fine. I've been drinking the same amount of water, and I have been fine. But yeah, I really was tripping that day about it, and that's just funny. That it's just that's how you can convince yourself, and I could have convinced myself of the walking, or it's too hot out here, is this, is that, like all my excuses kind of go out the window when it's like this is the standard, and if you want to do this particular challenge, this is the standard. Are you gonna do it or you ain't, so it has really increased my confidence in myself, my trust in myself, because I know that just do it. I'm going to do it. Period, period. Have you had any emotional breakthroughs or moments of clarity? I think when it comes to weighing myself, because I am a person who I have had a lot of different mindsets when it comes to weight, the scale, and all of that. So now I'm more able to look at it in a more black and white way. Even though I do like to find the gray and but when it comes to these numbers, it truly is, if I want to do what I want to do, which is like be someone who's muscular but lean. I want to look muscular and lean. I want to look strong. That's going to take knowing my calories, knowing my weight, being able to manipulate those calories to be in a cut, and then to be in a bulk, and to be in a cut, and really a lean bulk, because I am prone to being overweight. I am. So, but I do need to have that. So it's like, am I going to be scared of the scale? The scale is not my friend, and it ain't my enemy. It's a scale. And I'm coming to that realization that there doesn't have to be these emotions tied to the situation if I don't want it to. I am in control of how I see situations. And nothing has meaning in my life unless I give it permission to have meaning in my life. It just doesn't. And I don't know, I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm just saying about my mindset. It can only affect me if I allow it to. And some stuff is hard, so some stuff is gonna penetrate through. But the scale, that's one of them things that I'm like, come on, we can be a little bit tougher than that. A little bit tougher. So that's been one of those. What habits or distractions have you cut out? I'm reading, as you probably know. What habits or distractions have you cut out or become more aware of? I've become, I don't know if this is a thing, but I've become aware of the fact that the chips, it's been 2 bags of chips. Like I showed y'all that bag, that half a bag, it's a full bag. They've been sitting there for like 2 weeks or so. Was I the only one eating the chips? Was I the only one eating I am aware of how much more food is around when I'm not snacking, because I don't snack. Okay? I'm aware of that. I'm aware of the leftovers that are left over because I don't get extra portions anymore. I don't get seconds. And I am also aware of, when I say that, what that has done to my mind, of saying, I don't overeat. Like literally, I'm saying that, and it has become true. I don't overeat. I don't snack. I've been saying that for some months, and it is finally becoming true. And this past month, honey, I don't snack. I was trying to do the pickles, and oh yeah, I'm gonna have a pickle for a snack and stuff like that. And it just, maybe 3 days or so I did that, but I just wasn't doing it like that, because the thing about it is, I don't snack, I don't overeat, and that's just that. You can, it's like just coming to grips with, or an understanding of who's in control of my mind and of my sense of self and who I decide to be. I don't do those things. I just don't. Period. Let's see. What's been the hardest part of the challenge so far? Let me think about it, finish my nails, and I'll be back. Okay, so what was the hardest part? What has been the hardest part? Where is it? What has been the hardest part of the challenge so far? If you want, okay, she was messaging me back. Hold on. The girl, I'm going somewhere. Most chill and relax at the first time. I know that already. She ain't telling me nothing I don't know. I took a so I'm trying to decide on which top I want to wear. And I sent her, I had already previously sent her a picture with the top I was going to wear. Then I sent her this one. She going to say, if you want sexy, the first top. If you want chill and relax, the second top. I know that. Which one do you like better? I know that. I'm going to wear this one because I do want chill. True, got my hair back. We chilling. But, what was I going to say? Oh, what was the hardest part about the challenge? It's hard to say because I've gotten used to all of them. The sun, being outside, doing the workouts, the outside workout has to be the hardest because it just kind of limits what I can do. But also that's me limiting what I can do. Because I can walk, I can run, those are like the givens. But I could also get a jump rope and be out there. You know, like today I had that stepper. You can do Pilates. You can do yoga outside. You can dance outside. You can do a lot of things outside. You can take equipment outside and do things like have a HIIT workout or have some kind of circuit training outside. There are lots of things that I could do. So that's my limiting beliefs. That's not the truth. Okay. So yeah, and what else has been hard? I think those things that require time. So because the workouts have to be separated, you see how now I got so much to say with my hands. Anyways, so what was I talking about? Wow. Anything that requires time. So the reading is very beneficial, very fruitful, but it requires my attention. And I don't have the best attention span, as we seeing. So I'll be like, then I gotta go back and read it because I'll be done thought of a whole bunch of other stuff, you know, before I get off the page. So that part, but it is so beneficial. I'm so glad that it's a part of it because it is definitely something that I needed to add to my life. So yeah, that and the workouts because they are separated. Because me, my personality, I could get 90 minutes of a workout in. It's just that's easy. Having to do it at 2 separate times, having to, you know, do one has to be outside. It's just, I think it's mostly them having to be at separate times that makes it like harder on me. So it's those little details that make it a little harder. Is that it? Yeah, sometimes the water gets, hold on. I gotta drink this and a little bit more, 8 more ounces before I leave so I can be done. But I'm almost done with that too. Yeah, I guess I could say the diet, but I guess because mentally I know that is going to be a forever thing. It's not, it's like a non-negotiable because if I want to get and be able to keep the body that I'm looking for, I'm going to have to adhere to a new way of eating. So that part, it don't bother me as much. It was difficult at first. There are things that it was difficult. It was hard to, you know, not get seconds and stuff like that. But practice is just making it something that's just like a reflex of this is just stuff I don't do and this is stuff that I do. And I'm just learning that and moving into it. I gotta put a different earring back on this or something because I need these to come this way. What were we talking about? You see what I'm saying about my attention span? Why these don't want to come the right way? I gotta set my ear a different way. What was we talking about? Yeah, the food is what the food is. Let's move on from this question. Let's move on. I was trying to take a nap because I got a little time before I really need to be getting dressed. That's why I'll be late. But anyway, and I was trying to take a nap, but I ain't gonna be able to take no nap. I already know. So let's get to, what was it? What surprised you the most? So what surprised me? There we go with that hand again. What surprised me the most was that just how that this could be easy. Like, I thought, I don't know, like some of the, like week 1 I was still cool, but like I think week 2 where it started to get like, okay, this is dragging, I couldn't have imagined that it would have gotten simpler. Like, it's getting simpler. And I think my thing was always thinking like, the more I do something, and oh God, it's just going to get worse and worse. But no, it just became a part of my way I do things. That also makes me think about something else I was thinking about. Budget. I used to make a budget for, like every month, every paycheck, blah, 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 blah. And I was thinking the other day, like, somebody said something. I was like, just, all you got to do is just, when you get paid, you just put your money over here, you put your money over there, blah, blah, blah. And it's just so simple to me because I've been doing it for over a decade. But when I started, I used to make a budget. I used to be writing it down. 25% here, 50% here. I also had a business, and if you do have a business or you start even with your finances, I recommend that you read Profit First, because that is basically that's what I do still, but I read it like probably 10 or 15 years ago. But I always save first. I save first. And that means my family savings, that means my personal savings, that means retirement or investments. That also means if I'm saving to buy something, or school years coming up, Christmas coming up, whatever that is, I already like have that. And I've made it simpler throughout the years, but now I got the nerves to be like, well, you just do this. Yeah, you just do that now, because you used to do the whole write it down and list of things. You used to do that, but now it's like nothing. And like, I feel like this challenge is another testament to that, of you do something so many times that it becomes like just a part of what you do. Like, it doesn't seem hard after you do it. So that is something that shocked me, and that's something that I have learned from this. There was also another example of this that I was thinking of something that used to be true. It's like so many examples, for real. Like, when I think about how I used to like eat McDonald's, I used to when I was a kid, and now that's not a part of my, like, I probably haven't been to McDonald's all year. But if I do go, when I do go, it definitely wasn't my idea. And I'm not happy to be there. And that's been for the last 5 years. And I probably have only been about, well, let's say in the last 2 years, I know I probably only been to McDonald's maybe 5 times, because I don't care for it anymore. Like, and that's shocking. Like, when I used to go to McDonald's every day after school, like, I can change. I can evolve. I used to eat hot chips every day. If anybody went to high school with me, I ate hot chips every day. I ain't seen no hot chips in 2 or 3 years, and I haven't ate hot chips on a weekly basis in a decade. That's crazy, because I was a hot chip girl. I always say hot chip. I would have never thought we would part ways, but we did in fact part ways. I can change. I used to be scared of dogs. Do I have to keep going with the stuff? I used to be scared of dogs. I have a dog. I'm not scared of dogs. When dogs come to me, I don't be scared no more. I can change. Things can become
routine. I didn't think I would be having a cat. That cat be everywhere. I don't. She's my son's cat, but y'all know that cat be always in my face. I love that cat. I'm shocked. So just the how things can be. Don't get to saying who you are and who you think you are, because you may evolve into something else. All right, let me lay here for a little bit because I do got to get up and do my makeup. I'm going to talk to y'all when I do my makeup. I'll talk to you.
You remember that necklace I had on? I done lost it. And I'm hurt about it. And I'm running late like I like to be. Because, yeah, I laid down. And then I ate dinner. Because I need to eat before I leave. Because I don't need to be trying to eat over there. I know I don't need no fries. I don't need none of that. Where would I have put that necklace that quick? I took it off to change my bra, and now I don't know where I put it. Oh, let's get started. Let me look. We have you ever wanted to quit or come close to failing a task? How did you push through? Have I ever wanted to quit? Yeah, of course, probably. I wanted to quit with that water situation when I thought that the water was drowning me from the inside. When I thought the water was drowning me from the inside, I wanted to quit then. Wanted to quit. Not particularly. Dang, can you think of a day where I wanted to quit doing the 75 hard?
What?
Can you think of a day when I wanted to quit doing the 75 hard?
No. I don't hear you talk about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't remember like me wanting to quit.
Somebody asked you that?
No, I'm trying to answer these questions.
Oh.
But I don't. I'm trying to think. Is there a time where I was like, let me quit? When I didn't want to read the book, when I waited too late to read the book, but want to quit is different from almost failing. Ooh, what was that? This don't mix well with this sunscreen. Ooh. Okay, so I never wanted to quit. I don't think, is there something wrong with this? I never wanted to quit. Now, coming close to failing, probably if I may have almost forgot, like maybe I fell asleep in the no, I don't even think that happened, but it's possible that it could have happened if I wouldn't have been paying attention. Like when I'm about to fall asleep, sometimes I'll be like, oh shoot, I need to finish my water. So I need to, so I could have easily fallen asleep without doing it. Wow. So these things do not go well. This is a totally different one with this particular sunscreen. Give me 1 sec. So no, I never thought about quitting, but there were times where I could have failed. Also with the book, like sometimes I'll read half the book, like half of what I need to read, or a little bit of what I read, and I'll have some left over. So there's times where I could have forgot, because it's like, yeah, I did read today, but I could have forgotten that I didn't read the rest. But luckily I remember. But it's like no thanks to me, because I should have wrote it down, gave myself some kind of a message or something. So yeah, those are some close calls. Let's move. How have you managed to fit in both workouts, meals, reading, etc.? So I do work from home, but I'm not doing these activities. None of the activities happen while I'm working. But I work out before work, then I work out after work, I read after work. I sometimes, if I'm running low on time like I was today, I will read and work out at the same time, whether that be on the treadmill or on the stepper like I did today. So yeah, I sometimes will read and work at the same time to make that work. But normally that's how I get that in. Meals, again, I work from home. I do think that makes that a little bit easier, because I work from home. I don't really meal prep. I also kind of do the meal prep that I do the meal prep I do it like as the week goes on. So Like if when I'm cooking dinner, I may make some extra, I may cut up some extra bell peppers and onions for salads. I may make some extra sweet potatoes for me to eat throughout the week, or some extra chicken or something like that. Just as the week goes on, my my meal prep, or my what I need for lunch, starts to build. My breakfast is pretty much the same thing. It's going to be oatmeal, or it's going to be one of those sourdough muffin things. So, and protein shake. So it's not like I have to really think about that too much. So yeah, just more so having it routine, so I don't really have to think about it that much. How any of your favorite go-to meals, workouts, or books that you've leaned on this month? So I guess I already kind of answered that. My favorite go-to meals are the things that I eat. If I really would like to get back to my little sushi wrap things. We used to get these little things with that you could put your sushi, like just some ground chicken or something, some rice, and as long as you got the little sushi sauce, some soy sauce or something like that, wrap that right up in one of them seaweed wraps. That's amazing. Any kind of taco situation, you know, just as long as you got that, again, some kind of ground meat or even shredded chicken, some lettuce, tomato, you know, that's amazing. So, kind of, that bowl that Patrice Denise eats with some kind of protein, sweet potatoes, cottage cheese, avocado. That's amazing. So it's a lot of different, basically those kind of combined things with everything in it. That's my thing. That's what I like. So those are my go-tos. Oh, it's right here. Those are my go-tos with that. But yeah, that's enough. So workouts, again, walking is the cheat code for you know, when you need to do your outdoor workout, you can just simply walk. So I lean heavily on that. I already was weightlifting, so of course I go there with it because that's my thing that I do. Then we have books. I really did enjoy that Iyanla Vanzant book about One Day My Heart Just Opened Up. I did enjoy it. It really is not structured in a way that is for this, because you're supposed to just read one thing a day. So I will be going back to it. I'm not in love with the book I started today, but it'll be okay. Again, this has taught me that a book can get better over time. So it's not like, you know, don't judge a book by its first few pages. Don't judge by its cover or its first few pages. How has your daily schedule evolved to support the challenge? I think my daily schedule has evolved by just putting that in the, like, somewhat in the forefront. Like, I always was supposed to be going on walks right after work, but this just kind of makes it non-negotiable. Like, because there were days, you know, it would be 4 or 5 days a week I would definitely go for a walk, but there would be days that I wouldn't because I didn't want to, or it's too hot or whatever. But this just makes it non-negotiable. The reading, it makes it non-negotiable. I had to find time for that. So it kind of will take those excuses that I might have in the future out, because I know good and well I can do it because I did it. I made time. So yeah, you can make time. So don't come with that, me trying to say I can't make time because you did it for 75 days. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. How have your friends, family, and social media followers reacted to your journey? I didn't tell my friends. Let's start there. When I go somewhere, they might know because they might be watching this, because I saw one girl had liked the thing and she had asked me something that kind of was along those lines, but I didn't tell her like flat out because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want by being like, oh, we doing this together, because that gets you in trouble too, talking about we doing it together, because people don't never really be as committed as you might be. That's what I find. So I don't even want you to tell me that story that, oh, we doing it together. I know we not doing it together, so don't even worry about it. I mean, and not trying to be rude, but don't even worry about it. So, yeah, I don't tell them. My husband is very supportive of it. He, I don't know. Babe, how are you supportive of me with 75 soft? I mean, hard. Hello?
I got to think about it. I bought all the gym equipment in the house.
Yes, he bought all the gym equipment. Period. Yeah, so he has a home gym. And he don't get too mad when I leave stuff a mess, you know. He gives me grace. Oh, that's how he helps me with that. Yeah, I mean, he don't, you know. Oh, when we going out to eat, or when he might want to go out to eat, he considers what I might need to have for my meals, as far as like, do I want to do this, blah blah blah. Which I try to, you know, not be like too a stickler for anything, so I can eat anywhere and find stuff. But I've also seen myself change to make it so where he doesn't have to adapt too much. Like, we went to a food truck thing. That's when I knew I was done with it. When I didn't want no pizza and ice cream, that's when I knew. Ooh, dude, this got blush on it. That's when I knew, girl, you do not care. You are over it and you are serious about this. You don't want that nonsense. Like, it's not about to. Now, this is where I'm finna mess up. This is where I'm finna mess up. Hold on. So yeah, I think that was where. Fudge. Okay, I'm having a hard time speaking with you all and doing this real quick. What time is it? Babe, what time is it?
5:55.
5:55, okay. What was I about to say? Oh, social media followers. Well, I really only am on YouTube. I don't really get on Facebook like that anymore. If I really like a video or think it's something that I want to share, I'll share it real quick on Facebook, but I don't spend a whole bunch of time on either of those apps at this time. I don't know. Oh, I'm so stupid. I found the necklace. I found the necklace.
Oh, nice.
It was on my neck.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh, if it would have been a snake, it would have bit me. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I'm not on those apps, so I don't really, you know, everybody on YouTube has been encouraging of it, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, but I really have taken a step back from those things, but yeah, so nothing really to say about that. But yeah, I didn't tell my friends because I don't really want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. I just want to do my work, you do your work, boom, bam, boom. You know, maybe next time we'll do it together. I don't know. But for right now, I just want to do it by myself. Let me see. That's that. How are you doing this? Are you doing this solo or with others? So I did start out basically doing this solo. But there are some people on YouTube that are doing it, are doing 75 soft. And I feel like we are doing it together, even though we started at different times. Whatever. But so that is Patrice Denise, Kim J's Sweet Healthy Life, and she is Tamika, and Tamika is she. So she is Tamika. Those three that I can remember. And that's, yeah. Okay, let me get dressed, because let me get it. So what we have? has that affected you? Let me see what question over. It doesn't matter. What have you learned about yourself in the past 30 days? I think I already said that. That I'm capable of change. I learned that I'm capable of change. That's what I learned. Short and simple. If someone's wanted to start 75, I learned that a lot of the stuff that I am and that's true about me is true because that's what I say. Right? Like I maybe like 15 years ago or so, I used to be an Overeaters Anonymous. And like the first thing you do in Overeaters Anonymous is one to admit that you're an overeater. And so you continuously are saying that and affirming that you in fact are an overeater, and then you're struggling with it and people are in programming and you're having to talk about it every day and go to meetings and stuff like that, when literally maybe the answer was to decide that I'm not. But that may be a false A to B, where it may have been A to Z, because I've done lots of therapy, I've read lots of books, I've done a lot of shadow work, I've done a lot of just getting to the root of it. So now it may seem like, oh, I just said I wasn't, but there was a lot of work. So I don't know. What? That's dirty cat. Oh, get out of here with that. If someone wanted to start 75 hard today, what advice would you give them based on your first month? Just go ahead and start. Don't worry about, day 2. Worry about day 1. Do day 1 and let day 2 worry about day 2. And let day 75 worry about day 75. And that, that's it. Just check the stuff off. Don't make it harder in your mind than it has to be. Just do it. First, decide if you have capacity to do it. Decide if it's not that far-fetched. And if you decide that's not that far-fetched for you, then you just do it. What's your why that keeps you going every day? Has it changed? Has it deepened? My why, I already said it. I'm tired of this. Oh, I didn't even show y'all my outfit. I'm taking it off. Hold up. I still ain't gonna show you. But it's a long dress. Yeah. And I have my little gold purse on. Yeah. But, yeah. My why was, I am tired of working hard in the gym and looking the exact same. I'm tired of that. And so the only thing that's going to change that is my eating, because I lift more than most women. I do more cardio than most women. And my weight doesn't budge because I eat a lot. And so I'm going to have to eat less if I want to look different. So that's that. What are you most excited or nervous about for the next 45 days? So I'm most excited about finishing, and then most nervous about finishing, because then the structure will kind of be gone. But I honestly, spoiler alert, I plan to jump right into another thing, probably like a 75 soft situation. So I'll still be doing stuff. I'll still be doing the same kind of stuff, so I'll be okay. Do you have any goals for how you want to finish the challenge? Physically, mentally? Oh, that part didn't print out. Physically, mentally, or spiritually, I guess it would say. Goals for how I want to finish the challenge physically in a place I haven't been in a long time. So like probably like hopefully 190, but if not, I know it's coming. It's unavoidable at this point. It's inevitable at this point. So I'm not worried about it. But yeah, that would be cool. What else?
Mentally, I feel like I'm already reaping the rewards. I just want to get even more focused in on, not focused in on food or focused in on diet or working out, but focused in on life and being myself and knowing myself. Because food and diet and my weight, those are the least of my worries. This is a distraction from like moving forward and giving what I can give to the world. You know, it's a distraction, and that's why I want it done. I want this whole weight loss thing done because I just know I'm meant to do more than talk about this. So we just have to get it done, but it's gonna be on my brain until I get. I thought I was gonna get that off. Until I get it done, it's gonna be on my brain, so I have to get it done. And you know what? That is the last question that I have printed out. If there are more questions, I will put them in week 6. So go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. It's 1:48. I gotta go to bed, Lord. I gotta go to bed. Take care. And did y'all say y'all was proud of me because I didn't have no nachos or no fries? I had to watch them people walk by with nachos and fries, and I didn't get none. Then when we left out of there, I ain't never seen these kind of food trucks. They had food laid out. You know how they be having them in different countries? Laid out. They had the shrimp, the crab rangoon, all that stuff laid out. Laid out. Street cars and stuff. I wanted a little something. I just moved on. I moved on. I came home and now I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna have a little bit more water. I've had my water for today and it wouldn't matter because it's again 1:50 a.m. and the water I drink tonight I'm not gonna count for tomorrow because I just don't have time to remember all that. I'm just gonna have a little, extra credit water, and I'm gonna try to get me some extra credit sleep. Now, bye for real this time. Did you subscribe? I mean, you're here and then I said bye and you still stayed? Go ahead and just subscribe because you're still here. You like me.